Better Call Saul, Season 4, Episode 8. Coushatta, or something, I don't know. That's what's coming up. Let's do it! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Affan, and welcome to my channel. In a previous episode, Huel and Jimmy got caught in their little cell phone selling game. Huel messed up big time by hitting an officer, and now they're in all sorts of trouble. Kimmy has called Saul and asked him to stop whatever he's doing, because whatever he's doing, she's got a better idea. So she is going to help Jim, and it came after the prosecutor insulted Jimmy McGill. So I think Kim might be taking it a bit personal, but time will tell. The lab development is not going according to plan. They'll have to stay there a bit longer, and that is a problem for some of the boys there. How is Mike going to handle that situation? I have a feeling that point about girls at the start made by Kai, I think we might have something to do with that, because Werner made it very clear that boys have needs, and I think he might have been alluding to that. Gus keeping Hector alive and well enough so that he can understand and feel the torture that Gus wants to lay down on him, kind of like the Coati in his story from his childhood. It's quite morbid. But then that is our monster Gus. It's been a while since we've seen Nacho, so what'll happen in this episode? Will we get to see a bit more of Nacho? They talked about an infection previously as well. Thought it might have been Nacho, might have been Huel. I mean, not Huel. So yeah, let's see what'll go down in this episode. Without any further ado, here we go.
I think I got everything figured out on the way.
Are working on the plan?
Thursday, yeah, unless we break down in Amarillo.
Amarillo. That's where he did his little sandpiper thing with the old folk.
I'll see you Thursday.
So it seemed they're still kind of distant. A reply was evidence of that. Is Kim now treating this relationship as a duty? Something she has to do, and so she is doing it? I'm not sure, actually.
I've just, word of warning, I had a pile of cheese chili fries back at Stuckey's with onions on top. The last guy who sat here didn't last 5 miles, but you know, welcome to it.
Lovely, that worked. I love these compilations. There's always so much to learn in them, you know. At the start of the last episode, we learned quite a bit. Yeah. Writing too much, your hand starts to hurt.
Ah, Janetta. Very nice. I like the hearts over the eyes. This is a real nice touch. Would you like to do some postcards? It's 50 cents per.
Yeah.
Oh. Different pens, please. Oh, Bubba. Hey. I like your passion, but would you just maybe tone down the anger? Make it that you're... Would you like another batch?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right.
That's interesting. I just saw something. We'll talk at the end.
Chastity, let's see what you've got. Don't use swears.
Chastity. Stripper named Chastity. Oh, that's the name of a place. How do you say that? There are certain things that I'm reaching with, so that's why I mentioned those at the end. I saw an upside down cross there. We'll talk at the end. Bait and tackle. Okay. Cricket. Minnows. That's funny, they've got crickets and minnows right there, because cricket is a sport and minnows are countries that are not test sides. I don't think any of you know what I'm talking about, so... Alright, Nacho. Seems well.
I'm a little late, yo. Couldn't do nothing about it.
Some dumbass festival over at the...
Nacho is Hector now, and Crazy 8 is Nacho.
We're gonna make you right next time.
You goddamn right you are.
For sure. Next week.
Hey, remember Crazy 8, what happened when you were short? No.
Hey, come here.
Nacho, man, I gotta get to getting.
Just come here.
What's up? What's up?
You're gonna beat him too? Although this guy's pretty big. Oh.
What you owe with interest.
Gonna ask or tell Crazy 8 to be like that too?
You had to do that, man. The guy's not gonna learn otherwise.
So why didn't you do it?
Yep. Saw that one coming.
Domingo.
This Nacho's house? Vroom.
Hey, baby. You're in early.
Want us to make you some dinner?
Thanks, babe. Are you gonna smoke with us?
It's a pretty big place. Well, he's making a pretty good amount of money, so. Leaving Papa has not been great for him, has he? Although we don't really know what he was like before, I doubt he was like this. Like the two girls were pretty much junkies, but he's using them. His house is pretty extravagant. He was pretty low-key before this, do you know what I mean? Like, he didn't even do business with Playa because of the car he bought. Oh, he touched the picture of his papa. I think he might have finally realized that there is no getting out of this. This whole time he was trying to get out. Nope. Okay, then. Straight to it. Okay. I thought they were going to do something like this. I thought that's what Werner was saying. There he is. Are they gonna get a lap dance too? Oh, they're gonna go out? Probably can't hear each other in here.
Hands like knots of a tree. You see over there? He built that.
The Sydney Opera House.
Those concrete arches. Impossible in 1957.
Wow. I love that building. I have a drawing of it right there on my wall.
Another stout?
Stout?
The Hefeweizen.
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 Vollkommen richtig.
Hefeweizen.
Thanks, man.
Is this a good idea to have him in public? Well,
Your papa, what did he do?
Left behind a cold water flat and a stack of bills. That's
He also left you, Michael. You are his legacy.
You ever think about having kids?
Once, maybe.
divorce?
My Margarete, she's enough for me. She's
That's-
my heart.
His daughter or wife? Or?
26 years, never this long away from home.
To home.
Yeah.
Host.
Hey, Mike.
What happened?
I've got to check on the boys. You gonna be all right here?
Of course, I'll be fine.
The boys. I'm so like almost there to start the show on the channel.
Stop for a private dance.
You're not throwing.
That's it.
Oh, it's Kai.
I'm the guy who's telling you this one's had too much, and I'm here to get him out of your hair. This idiot goes home. Go on, try me. Get him out.
Let's go, Dortmund! Borussia Dortmund! You know that Mats Hummels guys that I keep mentioning when they mention Hummels? He's a German footballer, and he, well, I was gonna say he used to play for that club, but then he went to another club, now he's back to this club again.
So, like this.
How about
Oh, he's with that guy.
No, Terry. Support must
There's a couple of guys. I don't know if he should be interacting with this many guys. I don't know if she should really be in public like that. Like in a strip club, I don't know if you can really recognize anyone, but...
burying walls there?
Very good. Now you use your thinking head. Not your thinking head, but walls in place.
Lovely.
Why? Come sit with us.
Your wife's calling?
My wife.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Talking to you, Werner.
Auf Wiedersehen.
And he told him his real name. Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over to the nail salon and finish setting up.
He's really trying to rekindle, but I don't know, man. Trying to think of different possibilities, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. You sleeping in here again?
Yeah, I got to be here a little longer. I'll lock up when I go. Is that all right?
Wife mad at you?
Not my wife.
Yes. Say yes.
She's mad at you.
Yep. I don't know if mad's the right word, but yeah. Is that wine?
Go on. You take her to dinner. Nice place with the waiter. Cloth napkin. You bring flowers. You say sorry. Then say sorry again. Whatever she says, you say sorry.
That's true.
I think we might be past that.
You never know.
I'll leave the bottle.
Yeah. Might need that actually. Ah, there she is.
You're asking to go from 18 months jail time down to nothing? Sorry, I can't do that.
Okay.
This is a motion for continuance. We're going to need more time to prepare our defense. The officer's report states that he didn't canvass for additional witnesses.
There were none. And no one is contesting that Mr. Babineau struck the officer.
Be that as it may, there are several businesses nearby with security cameras. We need time to subpoena all of them.
Isn't that a bit much?
We don't believe the judge will see it that way.
We'd simply like to have the most complete information at our disposal. To that end...
Also, can Jimmy be a witness?
You want to open Officer Platt's personnel file. Good luck with that.
It's a reasonable Brady disclosure. Officer Platt had a history with Mr. Babineau, and we'd like to know its extent.
And if there's any larger...
You're thinking of pursuing civil litigation.
We are in conversation with the ACLU, assessing the possibility that Mr. Babineau's civil rights may have been violated.
Okay. Is that all?
For now.
We will deal with all of these issues in turn, and then we will set a trial date. Bring every fancy associate you got, file all the motions you want, and at the end of all this, your client is still going away.
Okay. I guess we'll see.
Oh, Suzanne, you are not ready. Did she leave the door open? It's kind of rude. Well.
Everyone seems much improved. Was a pity of my control. Don't be concerned. I said nothing. There's no scale at all. Could be a skyscraper. Could be a box for shoes.
He was talking about this building.
Be true for 1,000 of others. By now, they have forgotten me entirely.
They forgot. The German national in the middle of El.
Yeah.
Talking about pouring hundreds of tons of concrete at a secret underground location.
Yeah, you were right. I'm sorry, Mike. I had too much beer.
Thinking head, not your drinking head.
The man we're working for is very serious. Think about the precautions we take to keep everything that goes on.
Yeah.
quiet. Think about what happens if something goes wrong. And what I am saying to you.
You're pretty smart, you. Figure it out.
And I'm sorry to cause you any problem. You have my word. Nothing like this will happen again.
Okay. Let's get you to work.
Wow. It's Vanna, out of all the people who messes up.
I have one question for you, Miss Erickson. Are you prosecuting Santa Claus?
Your Honor?
Because it looks like Miracle on 34th Street in here. Louisiana, get your hands off our hero, they say. Mercy for Hugh Babineau.
It's clear Mr. Babineau has touched the lives of many people in his hometown. And I do know they're planning to send a contingent here.
That look on Suzanne's expressions.
What does Mr.
I do?
Look, if I receive one more letter from some swamp-dwelling do-gooder, I'm gonna scream.
Thank you.
Oh, take as many as you want. Yeah. Take them all.
Take them all. Yeah, there it is.
Work it out.
We've tried, Your Honor.
Try again.
Pull the Babineau. He's a good man. He'd never do nothing like the things you say he's done. He's a kind man and a good friend to everyone. Jesus, they do make him sound like Santa Claus.
Where's the phone number?
Let me see this.
From a church. Oh, the one with the upside down. Okay. Let's see. If there's one thing I've learned from the Conjuring movies, it's the meaning of an upside down cross.
Team in your church?
I'm sorry. Who are you again?
I'm an assistant attorney from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
They made a
Mr. Babineau is involved in.
Fake site. Fake site. I'm like, is Kim doing a voice? Rebecca doing it?
Someone so sweet and kind with.
The crew is back.
Jesus is listening, so I'll just say, shame on you.
Okay.
They're playing a recording of the kids, yeah.
Yeah, not too shabby.
I've been taking improv classes.
Yay. Hey, heals our guy $6,000. Reminds me of a certain Walt from Burba. Certain website on Burba. Certain donations. I might as well just tell the whole story.
It's the church. The church.
Okay, so that's why he had so many phones plugged in at late night.
Hello there, Free Will Baptist, Pastor Hansford speaking. Who this?
Good afternoon, Pastor. My name is Suzanne Erickson. I'm an assistant to Mr. Hugh Babineau.
May I ask you a couple of questions about Mr. Babineau?
Surely. What I can tell you about our Hugh? Well, I say he's a lovely person, both inside and out.
Yes, I'm sure.
You're watching a masterclass taking place.
He's got a heart as big as Lake Pontchartrain.
Coushatta, okay. Coushatta.
What did he do to gain so much devotion in Coushatta?
He's a bona fide hero.
He's a hero?
Yes, ma'am.
He's Superman. Clark Kent is his real name. Kal-El.
They like to brush up on the Bible before they go to sleep, you know. Get right in case the Lord call them home.
Well.
And what did he do? He burst right in, and he carried out every last one of them oldsters.
My goodness.
And what happened to the church?
The church is fine. I shudder to think what might have happened if God in his grace hadn't seen fit to send us all here.
I see.
He would never hurt a police officer. I believe it's just a misunderstanding. And ring me up when you do, because we got a couple of charter buses.
gonna bring the whole congregation up to y'all in Albuquerque.
Oh, lovely. Okay. You know, I thought I might have been reaching. I don't think I was reaching now. It all makes sense. He is the devil. Oh. Impersonating a pastor.
Is it over?
Okay, 30 seconds max. Stick to the script. And let the rest go to voicemail.
So are we just supposed to hang around here till...
You're paid for the day. You stay until I say you can go.
The crew bros. The camera bros. Get Ernie in here too. You reached a deal? No? Not yet. Okay then. Lovely.
Do it one more time. You sure you can take it? I count of you. All right. You asked for it. Hello there. Look at your hard shell and fine forgiveness. Let us take you on a trip down north. Wonderful, I guarantee.
Wow, it's like I'm in the bayou.
Yes, well, I got cornheads in my pants.
That's not a thing.
It's a thing that happens to you when you sit in the bayou.
Oh, they're back.
This was all you, start to finish. Bank shot off the judge. 4 months probation, time served. It's like watching Roy Hobbs smash out stadium lights.
Oh, yeah, but the DA.
We go to work. Almost 8. Yep.
What are you up to today?
Selling some more phones on the street.
Check out an office on Lomas down by the courthouse.
I thought you already found one.
That one was a little more office than I need.
Oh, he's gonna do one for himself. Single office.
Playing catch up.
I love me some ketchup. She's got that vaccine mark. Forgot which vaccine which vaccine that's supposed to be. Polio or something? I don't know, one of them, man.
Start in Wyoming.
Sounds good. We should talk about Wyoming. 6 months is going to go by fast. Unless... Kevin, did you have something?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I don't want to slow us down. And Paige will hate me for bringing this up.
What's on your mind?
Well, the foot traffic at Tucumcari is off the charts, and that's driving a lot of new accounts. Seems to me it's because the building itself is damn eye-catching. Now, what if we made the Lubbock branch the same as Tucumcari? What do you think, Kim? Can you pull another rabbit out of the hat for us?
There's simply no way we could stick to our timetable. I hate to say it, but it's unfeasible.
Okay. I get it. I had to ask. Paige, you were right. This time. All right. Wyoming, then. Yellowstone, here we come.
Great. So looking to Wyoming, we are moving.
She was smiling at the start of that, like thinking about something, remembering something, and, you know, bringing a smile to her face. And now I know what that might have been. I thought she might have been thinking about Jimmy, but I think it was a bit more than just Jimmy. I think she was thinking about Jimmy, but also what they pulled off together. And like Jimmy said, it was her plan all along. And she's doing so well. Very much like Jimmy. And she's gonna fuck it all up.
The rock. Can't work around it, can't dig it out. So we're back to blasting. That's maybe another week, but the work is solid.
And Werner?
I gave him to come to Jesus. He screwed up, he knows it. Said it won't happen again.
And what do you say?
It's pretty interesting.
I've got eyes on him.
I'm like, is Gus gonna ask him to do what Hector asked Nacho to do, or Nacho asked Crazy 8 to do? I don't know. But Gus is the kind of guy, though, who understands mistakes happen. He's not someone to let it go, but someone who understands it and is willing to work with it as long as the work is solid, which it is.
You asked for small and near court. This is both. And it's in your price range.
Kim.
Imagination. Think creatively.
Before I forget, let me write this down.
What are you doing here?
I was driving. Saw your esteem in the parking lot.
Esteem and pile of crap.
So what's up?
Nothing. Just driving around, thinking about things.
I love that shirt she's wearing.
The thing that we did, I mean, it was nuts. And I dumped it in your lap. Ex parte communication, contempt of court. I mean, what, we're talking about a couple hundred counts of mail fraud. I could have wrecked you at Schweiker. I could have boned me, too. I mean, I'm this close to being reinstated. I mean, come on.
Yeah. The problem is she chose to do that.
And also, I agree, we are totally done with all that. Over and out, no more.
She gonna pull him back? Lovely. Oh, that was in his car. I think that's inside the restaurant. Really loud. That's the cook, right? El Chefe. Is Hector back? This a quick? Oh, that's not definitely not Hector. Is that Tuca? No, he's got hair. I'm like, is that Tuca?
Oh, hey, llegaste aquí justo a tiempo. Hold on one second. Wait. You are going to love this. I made this just for you.
It's a new guy.
En tu vida has probado algo tan delicioso, ¿eh? De verdad. Mira, espérame. Te vas a morir.
Foreshadowing?
Huélelo. No me puedes decir que no, ¿eh? Estás loco. I used to pasote, man. Come on. Es una receta especial, secreta, de la familia.
Which family? Salamanca?
Salamanca family.
Damn. Yo soy Eduardo, but you can call me Lalo. Y tú debes de ser Varga, ¿no? Sí, me dijeron que eras un tipo inteligente. Y mira, aquí estás. Y sí que lo eres.
I'm so glad he said his nickname and actual name, because I don't really know the names. You know, I'm not Spanish. I'm trying to learn Spanish, but it took me a while to pick up on Ignacio being Nacho.
Don't even worry. It's gonna be like I'm not even here.
Huh. No, I think we gotta worry. Hold on. Told ya, Nacho. Ignacio. It was you. All right. That's the end of the episode. Wow, this one was a pretty long one. Didn't feel long, though. Love it. Loved every second of it. Okay, so you've finally been introduced to Lalo, the guy that scared the crap out of Saul in Burba. Before we talk more about them, we've got a few things to talk about. If you want to see the full-length reactions, also if you want early access to these episodes, they all go up early on Patreon. Link in the description to my Patreon. And full-length reactions are there as well, and they go up really early as well on the Patreon. Thank you so much, every single one of you, for supporting me all this time. Now then, Lalo, Salamanca, Eduardo. So Lalo is like a nickname for Eduardo in Spanish, just like Nacho is for Ignacio. So yeah. These two characters were mentioned in Breaking Bad by Saul. Now, the reason why I said that it's not going to be like he's not even here is because of the way Saul reacted, and is basically the way he was when the scene that I'm talking about in Breaking Bad. If you've seen Breaking Bad, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, then you don't. But it was very terrifying of Lalo. And the moment he finds out that the people who have gotten him, the people whom he's talking to, they're not Lalo or sent by Lalo or whatever, he relaxes quite a bit, actually. And that tells me Lalo is someone to be taken very seriously. Now, see, he's still in a position where, I mean, he's kidnapped, basically. So those guys can do anything to him at that point. But he's not worried as long as it's not Lalo. I mean, think about that, right? You're not in position of dominance or power or advantage or anything at all. You're okay as long as it's not LALO. What does that say about LALO? Right. Looking forward to this character. He looked pretty friendly, but looks kind of deceiving, as we know very well. Gus looks so sweet and innocent. Well, don't want to be on his bad side now, do ya? Unless you're Walter, I suppose. Anyways, so that's that. And there's, I've written a few things down. He talked about Amarillo, which is great. Kim and Jim, that was most of the episode. I like how the episode was kind of the topic was Huel, but Huel wasn't really in it. I mean, yeah, he had the pictures, but the actual person, Huel, wasn't even in it, you know what I mean? Which is great. I love the website. It was hilarious. Reminded me of Walt and Walter Jr. and, you know, that whole thing, obviously. So this was Kim's idea, according to Jimmy, from start to end. Whatever you can do, or whatever you're doing, I can do it better, basically, is what she said, and she did it. She smashed it. She really went all out here, didn't she? She really... When are we getting the Better Call Giselle with a G show, huh? It's coming, right? It's got to be coming, right? 6 seasons minimum. Come on. Let's keep this train rolling. And she really liked that as well, because she at the end asks Jimmy or Saul to do it again. Let's do it again. And they are much closer now. So there are themes throughout this episode that I picked up on, which I'll talk about. One of the first ones that I saw was when he was in the bus writing the postcards and stuff. So I wasn't sure exactly what he was doing. I thought he might be reaching out to certain people, similar to, because he mentioned Amarillo, and that reminded me of what he did with Sandpiper case. And he pretty much did a similar thing to that, right? He reached out to those people and, you know, started something that wasn't there really. And that's exactly what he did here as well. He was writing these cards and stuff to people and started something. Although this time the people weren't real. He made all those people up and he sent it to the judge instead of the people. One of the postcards was from a church, and he was showing the postcard, right? When he opened it like that, the cross was upside down. And it being this show, like, you gotta watch out for stuff like that. So I wrote it down. I was like, you know what? It's just a postcard. I mean, when you flip it, it's going to be an upside down cross, right? That's normal stuff. And then slowly they talk about the pastor, and he becomes the pastor. He's impersonating a pastor, and he's pretty much lying, right? Using a church and using, let's just say, Jesus' name, do you know what I mean? Which I don't know, but I'm fairly certain is a sin. Now, like I said, the upside down cross, from what I understand from the Conjuring movies and all these horror movies, means it's basically the devil. It's the work of the devil. It's bad. It's sinful. It's whatever, right? It's all that stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much what he did. Not only impersonating and lying and all that, but the whole thing, the whole case is not real. They're calling it justice, but it's not justice. It's the opposite. It's injustice, really. Although I would say that Huel hitting a police officer that he didn't know was a police officer, and from behind as well in plain clothes, just doing his job because he is there as security guard of Jimmy McGill or Saul Goodman, I suppose. So you could then argue, okay, well, I guess the case, they are treating him unfairly because, I mean, look at it. It's not, he would have never done this if he knew that was a actual cop, right? So I guess context matters, and they're kind of ignoring that, and so you could justify it with that as well. But at the end of the day, as Jimmy pointed out, they broke so many laws, so many rules, and they're going towards the devil, right? Jesus is hearing us. Well, so is Satan. That was that. Then there's the whole sort of misdirection. And they did that a couple of times in this one. So we had, obviously, Kim and Jimmy. That was the biggest misdirection. They gave us this whole compilation. I even talked about how you can learn a thing or two from these compilations at the start. And we learned something here. Well, I learned something at least. Like I said, if I'm reaching, great. I love doing that. And then we obviously learned something in the last episode's compilation, which was there's a barrier between Jimmy and Kim, and they're growing apart. And, well, what happens in this episode, right? So they keep sort of keeping the communication very minimal, and the way they communicate is so, like, it's not personal, and it's not. There's no feeling or love there, do you know what I mean? Even at one point, I said that is Kim feeling like this is her duty as his significant other, and that's why she's doing it. She doesn't really want to do it, but it's just like one of those things like, you have to do it, so you just do it, do you know what I mean? That sort of thing. I'm not saying that she has to do it. I'm saying that's how she feels, that she has to do it. And then what happens at the end? Exactly. Let's do it again. A lot more. So they come closer just when you start to think they're going to fall apart, or they have already fallen apart. Then you have the whole Kai situation. The whole time you're thinking Kai's going to mess up, Kai's going to mess up, Kai's going to mess up. And yeah, sure, he's giving the people a bit of an attitude and he's a bit rude, fine. But who are the people that messed up? So the guy who backed into that pole or whatever, that was not Kai. First guy who messes up, not Kai. Second guy who messes up, Werner, of all people. And not Kai. Again, like I said, sure, Kai made that little mistake with the girl or whatever, but he was drunk and it wasn't really that big. I mean, it wasn't the kind of mistake that would hinder this project. Whereas Werner, what he did, yeah, for sure would hinder the project. Now, then there's another topic about Nacho and how he is changing as well. He's becoming harsher, and like Crazy 8 says, it's the only way they'll learn. And he says it back to him, well, why didn't you? So he's being really tough. And he's basically doing what Hector did, right? He's sitting there and watching him. Hector at least would do stuff, write stuff down. And he was doing nothing. He was just watching him, do you know what I mean? And then when he goes home, you see his home. And I think there was a reason why they showed his home, because up to this point, we see this guy as a very sensible and, good-hearted guy. Yeah, he's doing a lot of bad, but good-hearted guy, right? He's got a good heart and he wants to do the right thing, or break the law, but not really harm anyone, and not as much at least. And so this is sort of the first time, and he, like I said, I mentioned during the reaction as well, he broke it off with Playa because Playa started to do these extravagant stuff. He bought this huge car. So now all of a sudden he's got this massive house, and he's got 2 girls in there with drugs and stuff. He just did not come across as that person, when he was with his papa, and the interactions that he had with him were very respectful and very down to earth. He's changing. He's taking the role of Hector. He's becoming like Hector. And it just reminded me of Breaking Bad, how, there seems to be a pattern, right? You want to do it to achieve a goal. You get towards the goal, then you reach the goal, then you're trying to leave it, can't leave it. You embrace it even further, and you become the thing that you hated, right? That you become the king of the underground. And that seems to be Nacho's path as well. Career path. Yeah, so there's that. Now, if that career path is something that is kind of a template for all of them, all those drug kingpins or cartel dudes, then LALO saying, you're gonna die, try it. I think that might be foreshadowing. And right now I'm not gonna like it. Who knows, Nacho might turn into an absolute monster later on, so maybe I'll be not as upset if that happens, but right now I would be very upset. But yeah, I think that is foreshadowing, but who knows which way they're gonna take it. And one last comment on subverting expectations. This whole time what I have been thinking is Jimmy is going to drag Kim down with him. And you can say that he did in a way. I suppose he did influence her. So yeah, there is some blame to be given to Jimmy. But what if it's Kimmy who drags Jim down? What if it's Kim's idea to have Jim become Saul Goodman, attorney at law? Who knows? They do like subverting expectations, surprising us. Now, one thing that did sort of bother me a little bit. Yeah, Werner made a mistake, but Mike really shouldn't have taken him out into public. You know what I mean? Strip club, okay, fine. It's dark, it's loud, no one knows what's going on. Cool. Out in the open, bright, and people are interacting with each other, seeing each other. Like he said, German guy in the middle of Albuquerque out of nowhere, and that's the only time you see him. After that, you never see him. It's kind of sus, isn't it? So I think that, yeah, sure, Werner messed up, but I think Mike messed up a little bit too, do you know what I mean? And lastly, it was good to see the camera crew back. It's always good to see them. And yeah, they're working on their career as actors or just players in the media industry. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. I've talked enough. Let me know what your thoughts are up to this point. I hope you're enjoying the videos. If you are, do drop a like. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Like I said, check out my Patreon. That's where these videos go up early, and also full-length reactions are there as well. Thank you so much, every single one of you, for supporting me all this time. And in the description down below, you'll find links to pretty much everything that I've done on YouTube. Breaking Bad, El Camino, you know, other movies and shows as well. It's all there, so check it out. Thank you so much once again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, have a nice